Don't come to the wedding. You and your kids just make things awkward. That's the text I got from my mother. No context, no warning, just cold, casual cruelty in black and white. And when I tell you that my brother, Riley, reacted with a laughing emoji like it was some hilarious group joke, that's when I knew. They weren't just excluding me. They were mocking me, together. I sat there in the Walgreens parking lot, gripping a $147 antibiotic I couldn't afford, while my youngest coughed in the back seat. And the group chat kept pinging, meme after meme, inside jokes, pictures of Hannah's wedding shoes. My sister, the one I'd spent the last 6 months helping plan the entire event for. Venue deposits, on my card, decor consultations. I took the damn day off work. Fittings, florals, linens. I did it all because I thought maybe, just maybe, this time they'd see me, include me, but the text said it all. So I replied with a calm, cold sentence, "Then you won't need my card for the venue." No one took it seriously. Riley sent a gif of someone being kicked out of a party. Hannah reacted with LMFAO chill mom. They thought I'd eat it, like always. But what they forgot, what they never bothered to remember, was that the venue contract was in my name. And what happened next changed everything. If you've ever had family betray you, tell me in the comments, what finally made you walk away? And while you're here, hit that like and subscribe. This story isn't even close to over. The next morning, I got a call from the venue. I knew the voice before she even said her name. "Hi, Morgan. I just wanted to confirm. Someone tried to make the final payment, but the card didn't go through. Since you're the primary, I figured I should check." I asked her one question. If I wanted to cancel the event, could I? There was a pause. Then she said gently, "Yes, you can." I canceled it, right there on the phone, no hesitation. And then I rebooked. Same date, same time, new event. A private vow renewal for two women I've called family longer than my own blood, Selena and Joy. They eloped during the lockdown, never got their day. When I told them I wanted to fund it, they both cried. I said I needed to feel like love was still worth celebrating. By noon the next day, the group chat lit up. "Riley, why did the venue say the wedding's canceled?" "Hannah, what is going on?" Still, no one messaged me directly. That night, I got a text from my stepdad, Walt. "Your mom's spiraling." I told her this was coming. "You've given too much to be treated like this." "I'm sorry, I'm with you." Walt, the quiet man who helped me move after my divorce. The one who showed up to school plays and soccer games while my actual father couldn't be bothered to text. He saw everything. I told him to stay out of it. He didn't listen. "If she doesn't start treating you better," he said, "I don't know if I can stay in this marriage. I've had enough." I just sat there, stunned. This wasn't just about me anymore. Walt was ready to blow it all up for me. Saturday came. Silence. Not a word from my mother, Hannah, or Riley. By Sunday afternoon, I knew they saw the venue's Instagram update. The post that said a different private event was scheduled for October 14th. Their date. And then the cracks started to show. "Riley, hey, random question. Do you know why our event isn't on the calendar anymore?" "Hannah's freaking out." I didn't reply. A few hours later, the florist called me directly, confused, panicked. Said, "Angela, my mother tried to pay the final invoice but her card didn't work." Asked if I was still the point of contact. I said, "Not anymore." Then I blocked the number. That evening, Hannah created a new group chat called "Rebuild the Plan." Her first message: "I'm done playing games. Someone better tell me what the hell is going on with my wedding." Still not one word of apology, just entitlement, like she was the victim. I didn't say a word. But I knew they were starting to panic. And I hadn't even started yet. They didn't get it. They really thought I was just being dramatic. That night, my mother, Angela, called the house phone. Not my cell. The house phone. That thing hasn't rung since 2016. I figured someone must have died. "Nope, just the usual. You sabotaged your sister's wedding. How could you be so petty?" No apology, no explanation, just blame, like always. I asked one thing. "Was I even invited anymore?" She stammered, said I misunderstood. That she meant I should come later, not miss it entirely. Said Hannah was hormonal. Then blamed me again for taking things too far. I hung up. That night, Walt texted again. "You okay?" I told him the truth. "I'm not sad, I'm just done," like a switch flipped. We met for coffee the next morning in a tiny place off College Street. He looked like hell, dark circles, hunched shoulders, the whole deal. He told me the house had turned into a circus. Angela was furious. Hannah was hysterical. Riley was trying to smooth things over while secretly blaming me. Then Walt leaned in and dropped a bomb. If Angela doesn't change, I'm leaving. I didn't marry her to watch her destroy her daughter. I stared at him. He'd always been the one trying to keep the family together. But now, he was ready to walk. He told me Hannah spent 2 days calling every venue within 70 miles. Every single one, booked. The only thing she could find was a busted banquet hall near the highway that smelled like mildew and regret. The only available date? A Wednesday. At 6 p.m. he laughed. I laughed. But then he said something that hit hard. I told her I'm not paying a single dime unless she apologizes. She said I was brainwashed by you. I asked what he said back. I told her, no, I'm finally paying attention. By Sunday night, Hannah had changed her Instagram bio from October 14th bride ring to almost Mrs. Broken Heart, vendors dropped. The makeup artist bylaid. The photographer was booked on the new date. It was all unraveling. And they were still pretending everything was fine. Then came the second punch. The new venue. Looked like it hadn't seen a fresh coat of paint since the Bush administration. Beige walls, folding chairs, fluorescent lighting. A fake floral arch that looked like it came from a haunted yard sale. And the kicker. Walt called me the night before their final walkthrough. Angela's pretending this is all just bad luck. But I told her, if she can't take responsibility, I'm out. Not just from the wedding, from everything. He meant it. And for the first time, I believed him. Monday morning, I woke up different. Not mad, not bitter, just clear, so I did something I should have done months ago. I opened my banking app. First, I canceled the rental dress agreement. Maya, formerly known as Riley, had her entire bridesmaid outfit under my account. Gone. Then the SUV rental Hannah was using to haul decorations. Also in my name. I called the company. Scheduled a pickup. The shared family phone plan. My card was still linked. Not anymore. I gave them what they said they wanted. Freedom. No strings. No awkwardness. They were about to find out what that really felt like. By 3 p.m., Maya called, sobbing. The rental company was threatening to tow the SUV unless she paid or returned it. How could you do this to me? She sobbed. I asked, how could you let them treat me like I didn't matter? Then I hung up. That night, Walt knocked on my door, unannounced. Uncomfortable, and carrying a box. Inside were little things, an old sweater, family photos, a necklace I thought I'd lost. He set it down and said quietly, I just wanted to give these back before things fall apart completely. Then came something I wasn't expecting. I took out a loan, $15,000, just enough to get them through the wedding. He looked ashamed, but I understood. He wasn't doing it for them. He was doing it because some part of him still hoped he could hold it all together. Before he left, I handed him an envelope. Inside, $2,000, his eyebrows lifted. I can't take this. It's not for them, I said. It's for you. I don't want you going under because they sunk the boat. He didn't say much. Just nodded, and before he walked out, he looked me dead in the eye. I still think of you as my daughter, always will. As he drove off, I didn't feel pain. I felt peace. The wedding came on a gray Wednesday in late October. It rained. Stopped, then rained again just enough to ruin hair and makeup. I didn't go, but I saw everything. People sent me pictures, distant cousins, even the old photographer who followed me on Instagram. The venue, worse than I imagined. Half the guests showed up late. A third didn't come at all. Lighting, hospital-grade fluorescent. The cake melted. The backup speaker didn't exist. No MC. Maya tried yelling over the crowd, waving her arms to cue the first dance. And then the moment that shattered the last bit of Hannah's fantasy. During the bouquet toss, a girl caught it and shouted, "Too bad the groom's still texting me." Yes, that happened. She wasn't even invited. Came with a +1. And she knew what she was doing. Hannah ran off crying, the music stopped, the lights buzzed. And the silence that followed, heavy. Walt texted me later that night. It was a disaster. Thought you should know. I waited until the next morning to reply. He tried, that's more than they deserved. Walt called me the next day. He sounded wrecked, not from the chaos, but from what happened after the music stopped. Apparently, Hannah and Angela dragged him into the venue kitchen, started screaming, "You invited the wrong people. This is your fault. You should have controlled the guest list. You didn't pay enough." That's when Walt finally lost it. You pushed away the only person holding this family together. Morgan did everything and you burned that bridge for nothing. He said. Hannah just blinked, like she didn't understand what the words meant. But Angela, she said nothing, just turned and walked away. Walt didn't stay to help clean up. Said he wasn't scrubbing floors for a wedding that spit him out. 3 days later, I got a message from Hannah. One line, "You must feel so proud of yourself." That was it. No apology, no remorse. Just a snide dig, like I was some cartoon villain basking in her downfall. But this wasn't revenge. This was release. I didn't want their failure. I just didn't want to carry them anymore. Then came Walt's next message. Just 2 words. "I'm leaving," I called him, stunned. He'd packed his bags, moved into a 1-bedroom downtown near the park. He said he finally felt like he could breathe again. He also told me something else. He added me as secondary beneficiary on his life insurance. "You're the only one who ever treated me like family." I couldn't speak. I didn't cry. I just held the phone and breathed with him. Less than 3 weeks after the wedding collapse, Hannah reached out again. Subject line, "Help. Hey, Morgan, I know we haven't been in touch, but the cards are maxed out and some of the bills came early. I wouldn't ask, but if you could just help us this month, I'd be forever grateful." No apology, no mention of what they'd done, just quiet desperation masked as humility. I didn't reply. Maya tried, too. Said her car wouldn't start, asked if I could just cover the repair bill this once. Just this once. Like the other 43 times didn't exist. I left it on read. Then came Angela's text. "You've made your point. But this is still your family. You can't just cut everyone off." I replied with one sentence. "That's the thing, I didn't cut anyone off, I just stopped funding my own mistreatment." No response. Rick Walt told me they were unraveling. The loan money, gone. They overbooked vendors, burned bridges with relatives. Now they were cornered. He offered to help Maya with her car on one condition. A real apology to me, not performative, not manipulative, just truth. She refused, said she didn't owe anyone anything. So Walt walked away. Again. He moved into his new condo the next week. Small, quiet, clean. We met for coffee a few days later. He asked if I regretted anything. "No," I said. Because I used to think I was the broken one. That if I paid more, helped more, stayed longer, I'd finally be accepted. But now I know being accepted by people who only take isn't acceptance. It's servitude. Walt smiled. I used to think the wedding would fix them, but all it did was show who they were without you to carry the weight. Then came the twist I never saw coming. Hannah planned a second wedding. At a real venue, with real decor, a redo. She wasn't inviting me, of course not. Angela didn't even mention my name in the group text. Maya posted a photo with the caption, "Round 2. No drama this time." Walt took out another loan, $15,000 more, said it was a clean slate to get it out of his system. He didn't sound hopeful, just tired. The day came. A vineyard outside Asheville, sunset, filtered smiles. Staged joy, and when it was over right after the last fake champagne toast, Walt packed his bags. He told Angela it was over, right there, didn't wait, didn't flinch, she didn't fight, just stared like she didn't understand. Maya cried. Hannah screamed. Walt didn't stay to hear it. He called me from his car that night. "It's done, I'm free." A week later, I left another envelope in his mailbox. Same amount. No note, he called me. "You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to help me either, but you did." There was a long pause, then he said something I'll never forget. "I'm proud of you, you broke the cycle." Months have passed. Angela posts vague motivational quotes between passive-aggressive memes. Maya moved back home. Hannah filters her photos into oblivion and pretends the weddings were magical. But me, I live. I don't pay for anyone. I don't explain myself. I don't carry what's not mine. And every time I think of that first message, "Don't come to the wedding. You and your kids just make things awkward," I smile. Because if she hadn't sent it, I might still be paying for people who never saw me as family. But now, I finally see myself.